Hey guys, what's up? It's Dan again for Crypto Camacho. And guys, today I'm going to talk about drugs. Guys, I want to talk about drugs today, just a little bit, okay? And the way I want to talk about drugs today is obviously related to cryptocurrency and blockchain. But now that I have your attention, we are not going to be talking about LSD. We are not going to be talking about marijuana. We are not even going to be talking about magic mushrooms. Today, we are going to be talking about a company called FarmaTrust. So FarmaTrust is not quite an ICO, but they are a company soon to launch an ICO and a cryptocurrency. And I want to review and show you exactly what FarmaTrust is doing. Because we all know that the drug companies, the pharmaceutical industry, the pharmaceutical companies are very big business in the United States and really worldwide. We know that testing and getting pharmaceutical drugs approved, getting them, manufactured and distributed to pharmacists, to doctors, to facilities all around the world, and then actually having them distributed, sold, tracked, before their expiration dates and things like that. That's a big task and a huge revenue maker in the pharmaceutical industry, right? Pharma is probably one of the biggest industries in the United States, right? It's a multi-billion-dollar, if not trillion-dollar industry, right? So let's just look at pharmaceuticals. I don't even know pharmacy sales revenue in United States. So let's just look at pharmaceutical sales. Or let's look at pharmaceutical industry revenue. Okay, let's see what comes up here because the pharmaceutical industry is massive. It is so big. How much money does the pharmaceutical industry make? Let's just see what Google says. Nevertheless, the sheer size of the U.S. market means that imports were valued at over $86 billion in 2015, making the world's largest importer of pharmaceuticals, blah. So needless to say, it's a huge industry. U.S. prescription drug spending as high as $610 billion by 2021. U.S. drug sales in 2016 were at $450 billion, right? So needless to say, this is a multi-billion-dollar industry that FarmaTrust is trying to tackle. And they're trying to tackle it because obviously we know blockchain and cryptocurrencies are very good and very efficient at solving supply chain management issues, challenges in the market, right? In the industry. We all know that there are companies like SyncFab who are trying to really solve the problems in the supply chain management space. And now we have a company called FarmaTrust that is trying to really revolutionize, standardize, and operationalize the pharmaceutical supply chain management industry. So let's take a look at this ICO and let's look at exactly what they're trying to do, right? So FarmaTrust, eliminating counterfeit drugs and save lives, eliminate wasted drugs through expiry dates or environmental conditions, provide transparency and visibility to governmental and NGO and commercial operations, right? So we all know that there could be fake pharmaceuticals, fake drugs in your pharmacy. In the US, it's probably monitored pretty well, but definitely there's still corruption and things that happen. In other countries, it's maybe more rampant, potentially in some third world countries. Counterfeit drugs may be a bigger problem there. Also, eliminating wasted drugs through expiration dates or environmental conditions. I imagine this is a fairly big problem as well, as drugs are being pumped into different stores, different pharmacies, different agencies, different doctors' offices across the country. I mean, I don't even know how they logistically track and manage all of those pharmaceutical drugs throughout the country, from manufacturing process to delivery. I mean, that's an incredibly complex process, one that FarmaTrust is trying to solve. And if they can do it, they're going to be able to grab a piece of that $650 billion pharmaceutical market, right? Okay, so provide transparency and visibility to governmental NGOs and commercial operations. So they're trying to better operationalize their manufacturing and distribution and sales really of pharmaceutical drugs. And that's really what they're trying to do. So FarmaTrust is the most efficient global tracking system which provides security to the pharmaceutical companies, governments, regulators, and to the public. That counterfeit drugs do not enter the supply chain. Our blockchain-based systems utilizes artificial intelligence and big data analysis to provide The pharmaceutical industry with value-added services which allow for more efficient processes and methods as well as a more transparent supply chain. Our system is safe, secure, encrypted, and immutable, right? So whatever goes on the blockchain cannot be taken off the blockchain. It cannot be corrupted. It cannot be tampered with and changed, right? So this is a perfect use case for blockchain and another example of how cryptocurrency is now eating the software world. Everything is being kryptonized, right? Everything is being kryptonized. Everything is turning into cryptocurrency. Everything is turning into blockchain, okay? So let's keep going. And one very cool thing I like about this is that they're already from the get-go trying to incorporate artificial intelligence and big data analysis into the process up front to make the system more efficient. I mean, everything, all data like this is going to go to the blockchain. So if you see any other companies, industries that utilize supply chain technology, supply chain management, and they need that type of technology and solution, that's a fantastic opportunity for anybody who wants to start an ICO, start their own cryptocurrency, start a blockchain company. You can do so by just finding these opportunities. There are so many companies that use supply chain management tools and techniques and methods and processes that, I mean, there's so much you could do. I mean, it's just crazy. But let's go back to FarmaTrust. All right, back to FarmaTrust. Okay, system neutral and efficient system which works with legacy hardware and software. Future-proof, a future-proof scalable system using, these are just kind of the features and benefits. It's going to be a global system, very secure because it's on blockchain. Worldwide compliance, which they can do because they can bake in compliance rules into the blockchain based on a region of the world, based on a government, based on a country, based on whatever they want. Really, they could bake it into the blockchain and smart contracts themselves so that it's all automated in this distributed ledger system, right? So very, very interesting. Here's the white paper. I'm going to go to it in just a sec, but just off the get-go, it says FarmaTrust has created a platform which eliminates counterfeit drugs, creates efficiencies in the pharmaceutical industry, and allows the purchase of genuine drugs anywhere and online. See, I told you we were talking about drugs, guys. I'm not lying to you. We are talking about drugs, just in a little bit different way. We're not talking about taking drugs. We're not going to be on drugs. I mean, don't go crazy, guys. Okay, built on blockchain, our system utilizes artificial intelligence and big data analysis. For more details, look at the white paper. Let's look at the white paper. Here's the FarmaTrust white paper going down to the summary. It's not very long. It's about 19 pages. But I don't think it needs to be very long because I think the use case is very clear. Here's the model. Here's the advantage of the FarmaTrust system. All the benefits, really, why this system is going to be more efficient. Definitely worth a read and worth, okay, a summary. Here's the summary that explains it all, right? They want to automate end-to-end tracking of medical products throughout the pharmaceutical supply chain by harnessing the growing efficiency of big data, machine learning, and blockchain technology, and intelligent workflow processing. FarmaTrust both accurately and securely records data relating to serialized packages as they pass through each point in the supply chain lifecycle in accordance with track and trace regulatory requirements, right? Okay, so this is a very intriguing ICO. I just wish that there was a little bit more information because their website is fairly small. But their team, very solid. You can go to each one of their LinkedIn profiles. I've gone to several of them. Look at their backgrounds. All of these people are in the pharmaceutical industry, have pharmaceutical backgrounds or tech backgrounds. A lot of advisors here. I think this is a win situation. It's one of the best use cases for blockchain I can see. I mean, a supply chain is essentially tracking on a ledger system, and blockchain is a ledger system distributed, decentralized around the world. You incorporate tokenization into that process, and boom, you got a great business idea. And I think FarmaTrust is on to something. So join the white list either at the bottom or the top. Real quick, Telegram has 7,000 members, and Twitter has 2,500 followers. So this is getting very interesting for FarmaTrust, and I would check it out. I'm not sure when the ICO is going to start, but if you join this whitelist, you will find out. Again, more opportunities, guys, popping up everywhere in the world around cryptocurrency. The world is being kryptonized in front of our eyes, and I'm rhyming, and I didn't even try. Okay, guys, I'm Dan from CryptoCamacho.com, and I will talk to you next time. See you tomorrow, guys.